members who care about keeping my friends alive, and really honored to know all of those friends. That really warms my heart. Something that turns my stomach, however, is cruelty disguising itself in the language of compassion. There's been a lot of language games used tonight, and in a lot of the discussion around this proceeding tonight. The terms accountability, sticks, teeth, leverage, enforcement are used to disguise things that are actually incarceration, punishment, criminalization, and just abject suffering for people that I care about, people who I consider my friends. You can dress it up in whatever words you want, but anyone who actually goes out of the way to care for these friends and for our neighbors knows what the enforcement and what this criminalization actually looks like. And the community members who I do all this work in service to, and who all the other organizations that serve my friends do this work in service to, know that infinitely more viscerally than I do. I can tell you what some of it looks like. It looks like the elderly woman who was left on the side of the street in the rain at night whence all her belongings were taken. It looks like the person who came up to our van with no shoes, soaked through to the bone. It looks like the person that I came to with a first aid kit bleeding on the sidewalk and was refused access to any medical services while police interrogated them about whether or not they were on drugs. Those are all things that happened in the last 3 months. And we've had dozens and dozens of other stories from people who come to our services every day who tell us that. Those are all things that were inflicted by the police and by CSET. All those stories are true. I believe them because they come to me from people who don't trust anyone else to go to for care. They come from people who I know I gave all these supplies to the previous week and now don't have them the next week, and that's who took them. Those police and CSET officers are the people whose discretion we're relying on to enforce these ordinances. I read that EPD doesn't do sweeps anymore, just targeted enforcement of problematic encampments. They say they don't enforce in the rain. These are falsehoods. And I don't understand how we are expected to trust organizations like this to do enforcement like this when they are actively lying to us every day, actively inflicting cruelty on my friends every single day. Last time we talked, I was told that you didn't trust our organization which works tirelessly in the rain, on holidays every day to get people the care that they need. I've been told by community members that we draw negative elements to their neighborhood like flies to shit. That's the attitude that I'm seeing expressed in this ordinance here tonight. And when I hear people taking advantage of a ruling that overturned something that was once called cruel and unusual punishment, I wish it seemed more unusual to me in the city of Eureka. It's obviously cruel, but it's something that I've been seeing every day since I started doing this work and that I know has been occurring for decades here in this community. This ordinance does nothing more than streamline further systemic violence against my friends. And we all know that this is systemic violence that kills people. We all know people who have died because of it. I pray you don't vote to keep killing my friends. Thank you.